What's going on, statue collectors and DBZ fans out there? Now that I've gotten a few more statues out there, I wanted to go ahead and update and do a new and revised top 5 best DBZ statues. Now I'm going to do this in two categories. One is going to be 1/6 only, and the other is going to be anything goes. So first we're going to start with anything goes. So this includes all scales, any statue that I own, and also give considerable thoughts to upcoming pre-orders as well as some of the future like newer statue companies out there. So, you know, I look at this collection every single day. I observe the pieces and the quality of detail, the paint, the thought gone into the art direction, and, you know, everything that goes into these statues. And so, for me, the number one DBZ statue has to be Tsume Vegeta. You know, this statue is just one that is just absolutely phenomenal in every possible way. Right down to the accessories, the COA, this, you know, both the metal card and the paper, the art print. The base is so incredibly detailed. The aura effects are the best I've seen on a DBZ statue. And then Vegeta himself is just pure masterpiece. The paint and sculpt is second to none. The face looks so much better in person. I love the detail in this statue. And not only is it just so incredibly well sculpted and painted, the light up function is so awesome with the sound effect. You know, like, this is just beyond amazing. To me, this is one of the best statues. I mean, outside of DBZ, it's one of the best statues ever made. 1/4 scale, it's definitely top 3 best ever made. You know, this is just beyond cool. There you have it. So this is my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z statue, Tsume Vegeta. Second has to be the piece to the right. This is the Exceed Dragon Fist Explosion. Now this is 1/4 scale, same as Vegeta. Now this statue is amazing in so many ways. One, look at the size of that dragon. That thing is massive. It's super, super big, super cool. Has light up eyes. Unfortunately, you do have to take off the head part to turn it on, which is extremely annoying, but it does look really cool when turned on. There's only a few flaws with this statue, most notably some of the seams, you know, like right there, you know. You can see like every arm attachment is not, you know, like you can see all the different seams. Although the detail in general is extremely well done, especially on Goku. The skin texture, the outfit texture, the battle damage. Look at that. Very well done. The whole base is just awesome. The way they do aura mixed with a cloud, and the cloud has like a yellowish hue to it, orange, and then the light up function. And I love the dynamic pose, how Goku's literally just sitting on his back leg. You know, it's not touching this at all, and he's doing his dragon fist. The hair is beautiful color, very well painted, massive. You know, it's an absolute, you know, like, I've wanted this statue forever, and I was so happy when I saw the concept art. And as well, you know, it does have the light up function, as you can see. So it is definitely, you know, it's very close to Tsume Vegeta, but Tsume Vegeta just outs it barely. But Exceed Dragon Fist is an absolute grail and one of the best DBZ statues ever made. And so these are my number 1 and 2 spots. Number 3 for me is gonna have to go probably to the Goku Kamehameha vs. Vegeta Gallic Gun by MRC. I'm an extremely huge fan of this piece. One, it's so iconic doing the Kamehameha vs. Gallic Gun. This piece is massive. The base is very detailed. The way they did the rock effect, it does have a light up function. Light up function is very weak and I don't use it. There's a little Yajirobe, a few trees, but they were fighting in the desert. And Vegeta, the sculpt is so incredibly well done. You know, I love the look in the detail in his face. Has one of the best Vegeta sculpts of any like statue, anime correct wise. Goku looks incredible, super buff and ripped. very battle damaged. I love the detail in this statue, and it's so well done. You can see how they're just fighting. So awesome. Absolutely love this. It looks so awesome right there. So that's definitely number 3 on my list. Number 4 is probably going to have to be just MRC Special Beam Cannon. This statue is also very massive, but there's just so much going on. You got Piccolo shooting a blast. This is one of the few statues out there where they actually show the blast being shot, so I love that. It has a light up function. The light up is very weak, and so I don't use it too often. But then you have Raditz, Goku, and a little Gohan, and the base is so colorful, you know, with the bright green. Super, super cool. I love this. You know, it was such a, you know, defining moment in Dragon Ball Z. So, I mean, not only is it incredibly cool looking, I mean, the way they, like, Goku and Raditz are sort of floating, the special beam, looks so well done. It's so colorful, dynamic, and iconic from the anime that it deserves that number 4 spot on my list. Number 5 is gonna have to go to KD Vegeta. This statue, you know, I've been observing it quite a bit lately, and it is truly an outstanding statue. The detail it just gone into it in the art direction is just awesome. The aura effects look good. I love the rocks surrounding it, the cloud effect, the pink goo, the poster, you know, everything. It is just such a phenomenal piece. Definitely very happy to have this in collection. So that one is going to mark the top 5 DBZ of all time that I own currently and have seen. Now we're going to go ahead and go to 1/6. So obviously I'm going to have to include the first 3 that were in the top 5. So we're going to do those 2 for the number 1 and 2. So MRC Goku vs. Vegeta and MRC Piccolo Special Beam Cannon as 1 and 2. And then number 3 is going to be KD Vegeta. So that's the top 3. The 4th one for me is going to have to be just Vegeta versus Buu. I'm a really big fan of this piece. You know, ever since it was announced, I was probably the most excited of any statue when I first saw this. I added several pieces to it to make it even better. There's a little freaking bobbity right there. I added these aura effects. Those are figure art aura effects. The detail on Buu and Vegeta is great. I love everything going on. It's huge. It has a light up function that looks great. Got the COA framed. This just is such an amazing piece. So that definitely, you know, puts it up there. For my final top 5 DBZ 1/6 scale statues, probably gonna just have to go with this Goku vs. Buu. I love this statue for many reasons. One, it's super dynamic. I love the pose, how they're like, it feels like they're fighting in air. Where most statues are very just simple, like punch to the stomach or, you know, whatever. This one is very just like Dragon Ball Z-ish, where they're in the air fighting. Goku is, you know, punching, or Kid Buu is kicking him. I just love the pose. And then the base, all the aura effects, the rocks, it really just, you know, brings out that fight. And it's so cool. I do, because of the way they did the light up, I had to connect it right here. And so this allows me to turn it on anytime. Otherwise you have to press a tiny little 2 buttons on the back, which is really annoying. So I had to figure out a way to do the light up. And as you can see, when I'm looking at it normally, you can't really tell. But I love the light up feature in this because it really just makes it awesome. I'll show it to you right now. Boom. See that? Super cool. So, and there's the light up for the Vegeta versus Buu. So, you know, I really love the direction gone in this. I love how it has the black underbase, the aura, the rocks. The pose is so well done. And then the sculpt on Goku. His hair is one of the best hair I've seen, like paint job wise. It's so well done. The yellow and the different shading done, and then the electricity effects are nice and thick on this one, so it just looks incredible. Now those are my top 5 favorite ones. You know, some other noticeable, you know, notable mentions, you know, if I had to add some additional, would have to be MRC Vegeta or Goku versus Frieza, Ofubito Vegeta versus Zarbon. And then if it's possible, I would say that Yume, Broly, and Triple Kamehameha as a set. As a set, those just look so awesome. There's so many cool DBZ statues out there. So, if you're a new collector, I would recommend getting some of those that I just mentioned in my top 5 list. If you were to collect, like extremely limited on space and money, I would say just get these two. Those are the 2 best DBZ statues, and that fulfills basically everything you want. It's Vegeta and Goku in the coolest moments in DBZ history, in my opinion. So that's what I'd recommend you buy if you're a new collector. And, they're expensive. They're sold out. But, just get those 2 and you're good. If I was to sell everything, those are the 2 I would keep. And so, I obviously don't plan to sell this collection. I absolutely love it. And I feel like I've really built one of the best collections in the world for a DBZ resin collector. And one other thing I want to talk about is some of the future studios coming out. It seems like almost weekly there's a new Dragon Ball Z studio popping up with pre-order off some concept art. You got Iconic Studios releasing this DBZ Collectors United collaboration 50 ES, and it's just a picture, a concept art like someone drew up in 5 minutes, and then they want you to send them a deposit. And with this low ES, they entice you like, oh, you got to get it in now. To me, it's very shady and just like, they need to produce a prototype before they put up a pre-order. And you've seen some of the work they've done on the Jiren. It's not very good. I do not recommend Iconic Project Studio or anything collaborated with them. I highly recommend you stay away from them and anything in general where it's a pre-order off just a picture. Wait for a prototype. Like VKH, they just did a pre-order off their Goku vs. Cooler, but they did it off a prototype, not just a random picture. That's just not how it should be done. And if the studio can't afford to do a statue without getting pre-order deposits, then maybe they shouldn't be doing statues. They should get into something else. You need a prototype before you put money down, and that's my recommendation. Don't put money down until you see a pre-order. Obviously a new and upcoming studio is Ofubito Resins. They've developed several statues. They're getting better and better. And they've shown Trunks versus Yardrat Goku that looks really good. A Gohan 1/4 that looks phenomenal. And a lot of good stuff is coming from Ofubito. And then KD Collectibles is the new kid on the block. They've released their first statue, and it's a huge success. And they've shown off a lot of new pre-orders. The Vegeta vs. 19, which looks absolutely incredible. They got the 1/4 villains, Boo, Cell, and Frieza that all look great. So I firmly believe KD has a very bright future. They're a little more pricey, but they're also delivering higher quality of stuff. They're delivering stuff that no other studio is doing. And so definitely look out for them. There's Shogun Studios, which released Goku vs. Janemba, or Gogeta vs. Janemba, and I think it looks really good. It's very dynamic. The paint job and detail looks really good. It's very expensive, though, and so I'm not getting it. It's just overpriced, in my opinion. It's like $450 plus shipping. It's getting sideshow prices right there for a 1/6, and that's just too much. Unless it's like KD quality, and it's not, then I'm not going to do that. But it does look extremely well done. Another studio that just showed a pre-order is SHK. They showed off Ape Vegeta attacking Goku. Overall, it looked really cool. It's kind of pricey, but the sculpt on Goku needed some work, which they are redoing because I told them they need to rework it. So they're fixing that Goku sculpt. I'll show some pictures of some of these at the end of the video so you can see. So check out some of those pictures. But that one looks pretty cool. Will I get it? Maybe. I need to see the final sculpt and whatnot, but it definitely looks pretty cool, and I like the idea of an Ape Vegeta vs. Goku statue. And, Xseed obviously is the #1 studio out there. Them and VKH, those are like the top 2 big dogs, in my opinion, that produce just quality statues like every 3 months with a good bang for your buck price and quality-wise. MRC hasn't produced anything in a while, but he's usually like in collaboration with Xseed and a few other studios, so he'll produce a new Goku vs. Piccolo here soon. He's just not in a big hurry to release anything. There has been a few other studios. One is RB, they released a Goku versus Jiren. Originally, I pre-ordered it, decided to cancel because I just didn't like the paint job. Tried to get a refund, and instead of actually refunding me the payment, they sent me the money as a service payment, which then made me get hit with $22 worth of fees, and the money's on hold for 3 weeks. So yeah, I do not recommend that company at all. Stay away from them. Absolutely nightmare to deal with. So definitely stay away from RB Studio. The Goku vs. Jiren didn't even look that good. They're expensive, but just stay away from them. Do not purchase from them ever, in my opinion. Now, there's a few other companies. Figure Class, I haven't purchased anything from them, but I do have one item on pre-order from them, which is the King Kai. Most of their stuff is kind of smaller scaled. Price is decent. I don't think they're anything special. You know, they're not bringing anything new to the table. It's just smaller scale, cheaper stuff. You know, it's all right. Obviously, we have Tsume. They release a statue like once every 3 years, it seems like. But Tsume is the highest quality you'll find. You know, they're licensed. The quality's there. It's very expensive. They've only officially released like 3 statues, and they got 2 on pre-order, the Broly and Krillin, which both look absolutely incredible. And then, you know, outside of that, I mean, really, those are some of the main studios. But there's a lot of good stuff on pre-order and coming out. I'll show some pictures of some of the pre-orders. You'll see the company logo there so you can know who I'm talking about. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe. I will allow comments on this video. If there is anyone that mentions anything negative and derogatory regarding me personally, I will immediately stop the comments. I do not deal with that crap and haters, you know, so, but I will allow comments, but if I see anything out there, I will immediately just disable comments. So comment and have a great day.